Raven. Welcome to another reading vlog. And in this reading vlog, I'm reading some drum rolls. I'm doing that with one hand, so it's not really good. But drum roll, please. Chain of Gold by Cassandra Clare. Finally. But I've already started it. I started it last night, no, night before. And I'm on page 161. Bam. Finally getting it done. Reading the dang thing. Then I go on to Chain of Iron, which is over here. And decide whatever next I'm going to read, which is probably Lord of the Rings. So, I'll probably do like a little reading vlog, reading Lord of the Rings for the very first time, because I will be literally reading that for the very first time, so that'll be great. I'm uploading my Queen of Air and Darkness reading vlog right now on the YouTube. I guess now they do this thing when they check whether or not your stuff is all not copyrighted, whatever, so, or good. So it's taking longer than usual. Hopefully that'll be alright. But I am fixing to go work right now. I have makeup on. Got the uniform on my bed right there. And I guess I'll talk to you about a little bit what's going on in Chain of Gold. But anyways, we're following basically all the kids from the people in the Infernal Devices. So you're following Will and Tessa's children and the Lightwood's children and all that good stuff. And Cordelia, as of right now, she is a new girl who comes in, and she's known Will and Tessa's son, James Herringdale. And they're basically in love, but they don't know it. And this other girl, Grace Blackthorn, she is doing some sort of something to get in between them. It's already kind of know the plot anyways, I saw reading vlogs on it. But you're kind of going back and forth between the present and past. Like, you're seeing the times that Grace and James spent together, getting to know each other, and how they end up getting close, and why he thinks he's in love with her, but, you know, you can tell that, well, they're conflicted. And Cordelia, poor Cordelia, she's like in love with this man. She is so in love with him, like, she in love with him. And you're seeing the beautiful friendship between her and Lucy Herringdale, which is so sweet. And you're seeing, James's parapetite, Matthew Fairchild, and another kid, Christopher. Yes, they're called the three Merry Thieves. And you're seeing the little friendship, and it's so great. I love that element. Like, they're just friends hanging out, you know, that kind of thing. And they got just bags. And obviously, Matthew, I believe it is, has a drinking problem. It's very apparent from the very beginning. And James has this thing where he disappears into the Shadow Realm, because, if you know, his mom is a half warlock, half shadow hunter. We all know that. And he's kind of, you know, dealing with that. And you actually see a little bit of Jem in this. He's actually getting a little bit more role in it, which I love so much. And it's great. And Lucy can see ghosts, and she saw Jesse Blackthorn. So I don't know how he died. I don't remember how he died. I don't know if he died in, like, the Infernal Devices, and I just don't remember it. But he did. He died. And anyways, she's figuring out why she's seeing him and all that good stuff. And these demons popped up out of nowhere in the middle of the day, and they don't normally do that. And they're figuring that out too. And it's all good. And I'm loving the narration and all the English stuff. And I'm like so happy. Other than that, that's all my thoughts right now that I can think of presently. If something shocking happens or anything I would like to speak upon, then I will check back in later. I just want to share this for a moment, but I got rainbow flip-floppers yesterday. These suckers were kind of expensive, but you know, I've always wanted one of these pairs. And they'll last like forever, so I just wanted to, you know, share this because I'm proud. Look at them. The rainbows. The rainbows. Very, very proud. I'm so excited. Hello. Sorry about the lighting. You know, I have that one window like right here, and it's like light everywhere. But I have one question for you ladies and women out there. Do you ever feel like whenever you put on a dress, right, and you're wearing it, you're like, what the hell is this? Like, you're like, don't know what to, I don't know, like, it's kind of awkward, and you're like, and you're walking around like this, like you want to do this all day long. That's me right now, because I'm wearing this cute, like, dress right now, and it's cute. This is what it looks like. It's like a little, like a little sundress thing, you know. I decided to wear it because, you know, it's warm outside, and was like, you know, let me try this. And it's awkward so far, and I feel like I gotta cover up everything. I don't know, like I wore shorts today for a little bit because I went to the beach with a special someone, and it was weird. I feel like I had to cover my blanket. I don't know, I just felt awkward, but let me know if you guys felt like that, because it would make me feel so much better if I was not the only one. Anyways, I guess I will should give you some updates on this, on Chain of Gold. I am on page 256, 257. And so far it's very straight, simple, nothing complicated like the Dark Artifices is, or was, like with all the storylines and following different characters. You're basically following, like, you're following characters, like, it's nothing very simple. It's basically just simple demon hunting and demon fighting, and a simple, like, love interest. And I'm kind of enjoying it because it's not too much for my brain to keep up with, and it's very nice and easy to read, and I like that. I like how she went very straight, cut, simple. Nothing that was big and elaborate like the Dark Artifices was, and even with just with that, you know. Right now Cordelia is still in love with James, and he is trying to figure out a way to be with Grace Blackthorn. So that is all that's really happened, and I've got to see a lot more with Anna Lightwood, which I kind of like her. Like, you know, if I came across a shoot with her and she flirted with me, she'd probably get me. I'm not gonna lie, she would probably get me. So I'm just gonna put that right out there. Like, if Anna Lightwood was flirting with me, she would probably whisk me away, and I would just let her do it. You know, I could tell you who could probably play her. I got like a very good image. I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. I don't remember what I was talking about. I had to go find a base to a container or something because I got lost with all the bases and containers and stuff. Don't remember what I was saying. Simple Shadow Hunter demon fighting, Anna Lightwood, Grace Blackthorn. Yes, Grace Blackthorn is trying to get him to marry her and basically become mundanes, because she's basically mundane. She knows nothing, that kind of thing, and that is all that's really happened. He ended up killing like a demon that was in her garden, her little garden house, you know, like greenhouse, and now Tatiana's like conspiring against him because, you know, what happened in the Infernal Devices, you know, with the worm and the guy turning into a worm, blah, that kind of thing. And so they're dealing with that and the outrage with that. And apparently the demon plants seeds and it grows and basically tries to protect the family, and it's probably gonna go find Grace and try and attack Will. Not Will. Why did I say Will? I meant James. So that is all that's happened. And I don't have nothing else to say. I didn't read nothing past like 2 days. So this is that. Hold up. Strike a pose. After that, I think that's just it that's happened, and I'm enjoying it very well so far. It's very simple, very easy to get into. My mind can relax and just read. So I will get back to you when I have another update. So it's me. I've returned. It's been a while. I don't know how long it's been. You're like looking down. I'm sorry, but you know, weird angles, but that's okay. Anyways, updates. A little bit of updates on Chain of Gold. I am on page 310 and 311. So, I haven't really read much over the past couple days. It was, I really felt like it. I don't know. Things happened, and this morning I went to volunteer for the Azalea Festival that we have here in North Carolina, and with my friend Taylor, and you saw a little bit from the clip before that we were helping pick up trash in alongside the road, stuff like that. So that was fun, and then we went around, we ate, we walked around a couple bookstores, just looked around. It was really cool, really neat to see new things today. Been up since like 8:30. It is currently like, what, midnight, so it's Easter. It's officially Easter, so that's great. Happy Easter. So basically what's happening in the book is that, James Herringdale, yes, is trying to figure out who his grandfather is because he's somehow attached. He like, his grandfather is the reason why he's going into the Shadow Realm or whatever. He was figuring out why that is and who is his grandfather, because one of the demons mentioned it, and whatever these demon attacks are doing recently are poisoning the people and basically having them die. So they're figuring out about that. And Cordelia is still, she's kind of tied in with all that too. And her brother Alistair is in love with Charles Fairchild. Found that out. That's some good tea right there. It was good solid tea, and I was like, ooh, that's great. And that's just about it. They're just trying to figure out what are these demon attacks are doing, and why are they killing people. And Barbara Lightwood, she has passed because of this, and that is what's been going on. Really not so much really big stuff, really. I have really nothing really to say besides that it's very simple, just very, very simple, like demon hunting stuff, solving, trying to figure out like what is causing all this and stuff. That's just basically what's happening. Ain't nothing really big, like with Cordelia and James really happened either. Or like really with Grace. I know I mentioned, I think in a couple clips before, that Grace was trying to convince James to run away with her so they could become mundanes. Like she wouldn't really be sacrificing anything because she doesn't have anything. She's not a shadow hunter. She doesn't know how to fight, nothing. But James would be, because he's a shadow hunter and his whole life is here in the shadow hunter world, and that is it. But I did say that, but that's really the only big thing that was really mentioned, was that Tatiana Blackthorn, who's raised Grace, has been attacked too. So I guess that is kind of a big thing. She was attacked, so that's what just happened. But that's just about it. I don't know. I have nothing to say. I just wanted to pop in and be like, hey, I've been reading. I have something to talk about, I guess. I don't know. I did buy a book today. It was, I can't get up and get it because it's already on my shelf. It's the Mrs. Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children. I got that because I did read it and I did love it. And I actually want to read book 2, so I want to look forward to getting that book 2. So other than that, that's all I got to say. So I'll see you on my next update. Magnus Bane just popped up in here. Like, Cordelia, James, and like the rest of the people released a demon out of a Pix's box, that came from Hypatia, Vex's place, just to see what it was about, and they killed it. And all of a sudden, like, Magnus Bane walks in. He's like, what is going on here? I love him. I'm so happy he's finally made. He's been mentioned a couple times in this book, but hasn't made an appearance so far. And now he's here. He's made it, and we'll see if they still do things. He normally knows everything, and he helps us. So we're gonna figure that out. As suspected, they told Magnus Bane about how they're gonna track this demon and put it in the Pixis box. and how Ragnar told them all this information, how they can't tell anybody else, you know? And he's gonna keep their secret. So, Magnus be knowing everything. I love it. He is just a wonderful character. Oh, by the way, I love how, like, the fashion plays in this. Because, like, Thomas, they did a little joke where, like, Thomas basically told him, he spit out the stuff. And, like, they were like, shut up, James, you would not be a good spy. You would just spit out everything just for a pair of waistcoats. Like, the men care about what they wear, what they look like, and all, like, the fashion stuff, and, like, the detailing of, like, what they're wearing, and, like, the way they talk, and, like, the jokes that they say. I'm really loving that aspect of it. And how, like, again, the simple is they're hunting demons and they're trying to figure out what's going on. It's not so much less on, like, the love stuff and the love triangle and teenage drama, really. There's a little sprinkle of that in there, but it's a very simple and straightforward to try to find a demon who's killing all these people, and bam. It's not so three-dimensional, if you know what I mean. Like the Dark Artifices were, which I feel like I'm very glad I went into this. And I had to straight something else that was so complex. It had so many storylines going every which direction, but ended up coming together towards the end, because that probably would have put me in a reading slump. So I'm very glad that this is very, again, straightforward demon hunting, a sprinkle with teenage love drama stuff. So I like that very much. And I'm on page 400, and I'm like, got about this much left. I'm just gonna continue reading on until I have to go to work. So that's it. Hey, I wanted to pop on here real quick and kind of make a little side note. It seems like not only like the demon hunting is a problem, but like, and his love thing for Grace Blackthorn is a thing for James Herringdale. The finding out who his grandfather is because he has demon blood in him because of Tessa is a internal struggle that he's dealing with. That's more for internal struggles that he's having that we're trying to discover along with him. Because there's been 2 demons thus far that has said, I know who you are, I know who your grandfather is, blah blah blah. And he's wanting to figure that out because he goes in the Shadow Realm and doesn't know why, and he's like, what is this? So that's also another thing that we are following that's very, very simple, and I like it. And it adds another element to it that's, I feel like so far it's not so focused on Grace Blackthorn as much. Really, it's more or less on the demon hunting and figuring out where his blood comes from, and who his grandfather is, and why he's going in the Shadow Realm and stuff. That's basically what it's all about right now. I haven't really gotten too deep into like the love interest of like Cordelia and Grace Blackthorn, that kind of thing that's going on that everyone talks about so much, I feel like. So with Cordelia and James did kiss, so that is a big thing. We already know that Cordelia, right off the bat from the beginning of this book, that she is in love with him. We already know that, and we already know that he was with Grace Blackthorn from the beginning too. But we already know that the bracelet is trapping him with her. I already know that because he took it off and it's fine. Plus I already knew that because I watched a spoiler on it anyway, so I already knew that. So I spoiled myself for that. Already knew that, wasn't a surprise. Expected it. But I guess what I'm trying to say is I expected it to be a bigger deal. Maybe it's gonna get to be a bigger deal later on in the book, but I'll let you know if that happens. But so far I am loving it. So I mean, I have no complaints thus far. I mean, obviously I feel like I'm not really geeking out as much like I did with the Dark Artifices, but that's fine. I'm still loving it. I have like no negatives so far about it. I love it. So that's all I've wanted to put input on, really, is that, and you know, trying to figure out whose grandfather is. That's very interesting. Other than that, I'm gonna go to work and do the thing on machines, because that's what I do now. I work on pressurized all day. Yep, that's it. And I maybe will pop in later and until when I finish the book, so I will let you know if that happens. And I'm thinking it's coming out like a 4 or 5 star. Probably 5 stars since I'm enjoying it, so I don't have a really good rating system because I rate it by whether or not I liked it or not. And most of the time, if I really like the book, it's a 5 star. I'm very, very simple. I may do a video on that about, you know, because I don't really do wrap-ups anymore in the what books I read, because, you know, that's just taxing and I don't really like doing those, so I may do a video on that. I thought about doing that, so I like doing on that too, so I'll check in with you later. Hi, I'm going to attempt to give you my final thoughts on Chain of Gold since I finished it like 2 days ago and all that good stuff. So here I go right into it. I think this is going to land at a 4 star. No, maybe like a 5, just because of like the ending of like how Cordelia and James get engaged and how they're gonna get married and all that stuff. Yeah, so we end up, I don't know if I told you this, we end up finding out that Belial, whatever his name is James's grandfather and all that stuff, so he needed his body to enter in the real world, and that's kind of crazy, and that ended up not happening. They end up defeating him, and Grace Blackthorn's adopted mother Tatiana ends up getting exposed and all that stuff, and she ends up going to the Iron Sisters and find out her plot, what she's gonna do there, and all that stuff. So then basically James ends up burning down the Blackthorn Manor, or one of the house that Grace Blackthorn was staying at in Idris, and so Tatiana tried to expose him for that, but Grace almost blew it, or she was going, we don't really know what she was going to do. She probably was going to tell the truth and say that, you know, James did do it, but Cordelia stood up and was like, no, I was with him, he was in my room all night. And of course back then they were like, a woman in a man's room, all alone, scandal. So that ended up happening, and that's very scandalous, and because of her doing that, James ends up like asking her to marry her. She's like, you don't really love me. And so they end up making a pact, like, we're gonna get married for a year, and then we're gonna get divorced, and say whatever reason it is, and we get divorced. And so we are left with that, them getting married and only for like a year, and that's just what we're left at. And it's kind of like, what? Like whenever I was watching reading vlogs, I guess I didn't know that was that was Grace that he was getting married to, but I guess I don't know, because I watched that all wrong. But I was very surprised that, oh, they're gonna get married for only a year and then they're gonna get divorced now. Okay. And then with the second book, we're gonna see how that plays out and all that stuff. So I liked it. I enjoyed it very much, and I was expecting a lot more, I guess, romance and like intense romance stuff. Like, I didn't feel any of that really. It's not like it was it's not like it was in Dark Artifices, you know, or in the Infernal Devices, in my opinion. I don't know, maybe it's because my first read through of it. I don't know what it was, but I didn't get those like, oh my god, I'm dying. I feel like it had a sprinkle of like of the drama and a lot more of the demon fighting and finding out who James's grandfather was and the demons and stuff and figuring that out. I feel like there's a lot more of that, and it just had a sprinkle of that, which I thought that was nice. I guess it lets me have almost a break from all the drama because of all the other stuff that happened in the Dark Artifices. That was a lot of detail and stuff, so it didn't take me too much brain power to understand what was going on and to try and track all of whatever people were going to. So that was nice. I very much enjoyed that. But I think this is going to land at a 5 star, 4.5 for me. But we'll see if the second book brings that up a little bit with like the love interest and like knowing that James is really in love with Cordelia and he doesn't know it yet. I mean, I guess you got more of that in the end when, you know, they decide to get married and stuff, but In my opinion, I don't think we got really a lot of that. Like, I don't think it was like what everyone else was portraying it in the reading vlogs. Maybe it's because they read the books a lot more than I have. Because like I read them for 6 like a couple years ago when I started reading. I recently just started getting back into Cassandra Clare, so maybe that's why. Maybe that's why, and I wasn't really up with the times with them when they started coming out. Maybe that could be it. I don't know. But otherwise, I enjoyed it. It was great. I guess I'm going to end this reading vlog now because I got to get started on my Chain of Iron reading vlog because I just started that one, and it's pretty good. It's good so far. So I hope you guys are having a lovely morning, day, evening, night, wherever you guys are at in the world, and hopefully I will see you in my next reading vlog or video. Bye!